Faith Andrews, and there's Air Force One, awaiting U.S. President Donald Trump to fly him to McAllen, Texas, where he's going to talk about his wall and border security and immigration. The wall and his push to get funding to build the wall is at the heart of the government shutdown in the United States. Today, day 20, affecting some 800,000 federal workers, and tomorrow those workers are for the first time going to miss getting a paycheck. Already, people you're going to hear here are feeling the pain.
All of us live paycheck to paycheck, and missing one paycheck is a big deal.
I've been working on buying a house, and I'm set to close this week. And so this has put a kink into my own plans.
My husband's a diplomat as well. He works at the State Department as a Foreign Service officer, so he is working and not getting paid.
He's furloughed.
He's furloughed.
You're laid off.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
3 different voices from across the United States. Let's hear another story in even more detail. Joe Rojas is my guest this morning. He's a correctional worker at Coleman Federal Correctional Complex in Florida. He's also the president of his union local, and he's live with me this morning. Mr. Rojas, thank you for joining me this morning. It's a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Rojas, you're not going to get a paycheck this week because of the shutdown. How do you feel about that?
I'm angry, and I'm frustrated, and I'm upset because if you don't get a paycheck, you can't pay your mortgage, you can't eat, you can't do a lot of things.
So tell me about the impact that is going to have on your life and your family's life.
My life, I bought a house last year, so I got to make a mortgage payment. Number 2, because I'm not getting a paycheck, I'm forced to get a second job. I start a second job tomorrow doing Uber and Lyft. Number 3, I got to ration my food. I usually, we go shopping, grocery shop. Now we got to pick and choose the necessities of what I'm going to buy because I have no idea when's going to be my next paycheck.
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty around this, isn't there? It must be a pretty stressful time in your household.
Oh, it's extremely stressful because I have no idea when this is going to last. I do have some money saved up, but that money's going to run out, thus forcing me to work a second job after hours because I'm still mandated to come to work and not get paid. So when I get out of work, then I got to hop in my car and do Uber service.
Yeah, that's the insult to injury, isn't it? You have to go to work. You're not getting paid to do that work. And you're not the only one in that situation because, of course, your staff there, I mentioned you're the local president for your union, and I understand that today you're going to have a talk with your fellow employees, your union members, to talk about some very difficult decisions they're going to have to make and choices they're going to have to make in their lives. What are you going to be telling them?
Well, right now, I'm going to be telling them because I wrote up a sample letter for my staff to give to the creditors. I also been outreaching to a couple of companies which are going to help our federal employees. But not every company is going to be able to say, yes, we'll put your mortgage in abeyance. But we have a sample letter that we're giving out today to our employees. But there's no magic words that I can tell them because a lot of people are really hurting and stressful. And it's huge. This is just terrible times.
Who do you blame for the situation you're all in now?
I blame both parties. I definitely look at our president because he did call it the Trump shutdown. But then I also get a little upset because the Democrats also got to move a little bit. I think when they went on vacation during the Christmas time, and we were forced to come in from our vacation, we were mandated to come in from our vacation to come to work. So I think right now, both parties need to buckle up, work through the weekend, work at night, 24 hours to get this settled because they're getting paid and our staff are not, and a lot of us are going to be losing houses, mortgages, credit cards. It's just insane, the amount of stress. And I haven't even talked about the families that got special learning needs kids. We have a lot of single parents that got to deal with child care. I have a fellow coworker that's going through chemotherapy, and she doesn't know how she's going to pay for the therapy because of the high deductible. So this is hitting home big time, and both parties need to sit down and think about us.
At the root of their argument, at the root of this impasse is the wall. And Donald Trump's going to be, as you know, at the border today to talk about border security and the need for a wall. What do you think of the wall?
The wall has nothing to do with me. The only wall I'm worried about is the prison walls. So they can discuss the wall in a separate issue, put us back to pay us for the work that we've already completed. We gave an oath to the federal government that we will protect society. Now the government is obligated to come back and honor their agreement by paying us.
So that's interesting. You're not even concerned about the wall. His interest in the wall is affecting people, the wrong people, it sounds like you're telling me this morning.
Yes, it's the wall has nothing to do with our correctional staff. The wall we worried about is protecting society, image on escape out of here. So don't hold us hostage for something personal that he gave in a campaign pledge.
Mr. Rojas, we're going to be thinking about you and the rest of your fellow workers and all of the people doing without a paycheck this week and the tough times that so many of them and you are going to be facing. We'll keep in touch, and thank you very much for speaking with me this morning.
Thank you, Heather. Take care and God bless.
You take care as well. Joe Rojas, who is a corrections service workers, Coleman Federal Correctional Complex in Orlando.